Home stretch is coming next, and I understand he is a he.
That's
right.
Enough information for now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so my name is Tolu Afilaka, and Mr. Yinka, I saw you on Big Brother. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask, when Big Brother just finished, when they want to start Big Brother Africa, shall we not get work ni? Well, I'm a covenant student, but I want to come from a perspective of the Christian kind of Big Brother. Imagine there's a Christian kind of Big Brother. What will be the name? Let's call it Big Father. Instead of diary room, we'll have holies of holies. Instead of ninja, we'll have angels. Instead of parties, we'll have worship nights. Someone like, let's imagine Bible characters in Big Brother house. Someone like Daniel, he'll be able to read the writings of the wall, and then he'll win the head of house games. Someone like Elijah, they'll disqualify him because of his anger issues. Someone like Jesus Christ, they'll evict him, but after 3 days, he'll come back into the house because he'll surely rise again. Then if you are looking for the condom in the house, ask David or Solomon, not them. Not them.
Well, that was our artist. And is. He's right here with us. I'd like to welcome Tolu Afilaka.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Good morning.
Thank you, Ma. It's great to be on Sunrise Day, even though the sun did not rise.
Sunrise.
Sunrise.
This is the elder brother of Sunrise Day.
Oh, even though sun did not rise today.
Well, is it still raining?
Yes, it is.
Oh dear.
Heavy.
You know, let me report this guy to you. You know, he was supposed to come last week before the, but we had arranged the previous guest, and then he put it on his status. He said, "They say I'm artist of what have I done?"
But it's very true. I think I should be the youngest. Now, because I went through some videos, I saw Alibaba, I saw Damola, I saw Forever. I said, me?
Oh, we've had a 19-year-old.
Oh, you've had a 19?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm the second youngest.
No, we actually had that kid.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
She's about 13
You're
or
right.
less.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, then I'm the third.
Welcome and thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Let me begin.
Yes, sir.
Is that uncompleted joke?
Can I just finish introducing him?
Sorry, don't.
Thank
you.
Mr. Afilaka.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
He's a stand-up comedian. Please note the Mr. He's a stand-up comedian, an actor, a writer, and a master of ceremony. He studied civil engineering. Oh my God, here we go again.
No, he's now constructing jokes.
Yes, very correct.
He studied civil engineering at the Covenant University.
And he's using it to construct jokes.
Oh dear. Welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you so much, ma.
Can I now
Good. You may now shoot.
That uncompleted joke.
Yes,
About the drone.
that's why I just like this, because in that video, I think I wrote this.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You must finish. We want to hear the end of that joke.
Okay.
So start
from the beginning for those at home.
Okay, I think it's important for us, because technology is taking over the world. So I think it's important for us to also, let the other side of people know that there's something called technology, because some people are not really updated. I was in church recently, and these tech guys were trying to cover the entire church, and we had some cleaners cleaning the church. And then I just greeted her. I said, "Mommy, Carol." She said, "Carol." I said, "Yes, ma." Next thing I heard was "Jesus." I said, "Ah." I said, "Mommy, what?" Next thing I saw, she was turning. Ah. I said, "Mommy, any suru is Joe." She said, "Iro. Oloro yedego. Oloro yije. Otu fategu." And then she left the scene. So that's the end of the joke, sir.
So
yes, sir.
the drone was chasing. How has it been for you?
It's been an amazing ride. Like I said, honestly, I never expected I would be here.
First of all, Covenant University is not a public school. So just putting it out there. And to study civil engineering there, you definitely needed, sorry. How did mommy and daddy take it? When you decided that rather than construct...
So I faced a lot of panels. My uncles, my aunties. But you see, look at them, all these people. They are not, you need to have a something that you can lay your back on, you know, something in case this thing does not go well, so you can live a fulfilled life. And but I had something I see. I like seeing people happy. I love seeing people, you know, have joy. I know what it means not to be happy, especially in a place like Nigeria when a lot of things are happening, you know. And I've always lost this feeling since I was maybe 11. Yes, when I saw a comedian at the Living Faith Church, I know he was performing, and then, you know, Bishop Widibo was almost falling off his chair. And then I heard a voice say to me as at 11 that you can do better than this. And then I started it. But from then on, I realized that it's different from being funny in class and being funny on stage. Because the first time I went on stage, I failed woefully, man. I felt so bad. So and then I realized
How so? You were nervous?
Yes, I already prepared the jokes. I've written everything. I said, okay, I was going to come on stage. It was Valentine's Day. I was going to come my secondary school. I was going to come on stage and go to kill it. And then I got on stage and I was just talking, and everybody was just looking at me. What was happening? Like, take this guy away from here. I did. So I realized that there's a professionalism to this thing, and I actually got to realize from Alibaba that you have to read a lot, you know, to be a comedian, to be an artist.
I was at one of those events.
Yes.
Spontaneity.
Yes.
I don't know whether it was the one that you were at, but first of all, tell me about your experience at Spontaneity.
That was my first ever. You know, I've had people, you know, go on and on and on. People were like, don't worry, just forget about it. You cannot do it, because that's the holy grail of stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Being
funny on the spot. You know, so I scaled the first stage, the second stage, the third stage. So the final stage, I got to pick a topic, helmet. And I froze on stage. I just said, okay, at least I've gone this far. And I just started talking, and then nobody laughed. I said, you all know I've been funny since morning, right? They said, yes. I said, but helmet me here. The whole erupted. Ali Baba stood up, was clapping, everybody was doing this. You know,
helmet me here.
Yes. You know, everyone was, you know, and I knew this idea body. You know, it's Abinibi.
Now, you also now said something about reading.
Yes.
I had a side chat with Ali Baba, you know, that day that I went there. Out of, I don't know, maybe about 10 people that came out,
yes,
only about 3 or so made some sense to me. I mean, I'm sorry, I've been in broadcasting, media and entertainment for long enough to know good content.
Yeah.
So I was sort of like, don't these people read? Because even as an undocumented comedian, they would drop something and say, what up? And these guys would draw dry. I was like, come on, if you only listen to news or read the papers, there are jokes on every page.
Yeah, everything. Yes,
but how easy is this thing that I just said?
Like I said, Google has made everything easy. So when I was young, I want to last in this industry, and so I started, you know, Googling how many of all these guys in the Western world did it, the whites in America and the UK, and I realized that a lot of them actually read a lot, because if you don't read a lot, you can't write a lot, and you need to write a lot of content. Gone are the days where you crack, you get one man, you get one guy. And so who is the guy? You understand? So I started reading, and the more I read, my horizon was getting broadened. You know, I started writing more realistic jokes. Like I have a joke about the Queen. You know, should I say it? Okay. So I had a joke about the Queen when she died. You know, it was a global news. The news shook the whole world. Everybody was posting the Queen as if they know her, especially in Nigeria. That was the worst mistake for the news to get to this country. You know, one of my cousins posted, "Mommy, we miss you. We are told we can't wait to see you." This my cousin stays in Akute. You know, my own mom, she's watching. She posted on her status, she now put Oriki, she now put soundtrack. I said, Mommy, she blocked me. I thought that was enough. And I said, okay, since everybody's posting, means that this woman is my grandma. I said, okay, I posted Queen Elizabeth, 1926 to 2022. One boy now asked me, she don't die. I said, no, she's contesting an election. Nigerians can ask the 40th question. So that's a very realistic joke. And I had to read a lot. You know, I had to understand how, you know, the Queen operates when she died. I had to know in 1926, because somebody can ask me, like, she didn't die in she wasn't born in 1926, you know. So reading helps you to broaden your horizon. You can relate more. And I don't just look forward to being in Nigeria. I look forward to stepping into the outside world. So if I don't know what's going on over there, then I'll just be a local champion.
So the people, okay, you want to go ahead?
Yes, so this civil engineering that you studied, why civil engineering when you knew you were going to be a comedian?
Okay, there's a point in every, you know, adolescents.
Don't forget that mommy and daddy are watching.
Yes, maybe they will understand now. There's a point in every adolescent's life. There are some things we like, and there's some things starts to wear off as we grow up. You know, it just starts to leave you when you grow up. I won't say civil engineering left me, but when I was young, I loved structures. I loved going on the Third Mainland Bridge. I loved seeing skyscrapers on the island. You know, at the back of our house, I used to construct, you know, try to make things work. And I said, okay, what goes in this line? I saw civil engineering and I went to study it. Little did I know that I wouldn't be constructing it to be constructing me. You know, so I got to realize that everyone has their own place. You know, I met people in my class that were better than me. I did well, you know, I did my best, you know, but I got to realize everyone has their own place. And the Bible says, let each one abide by its own calling. I was very strong in comedy when I was in school. I became a celebrity on campus, you know. People see me, hi, Tolu Afilaka. And I was like, this civil engineer, it's not civil engineer that brought me here, it's comedy. You know, so that's it. But one thing I really want to say is that I really appreciate my parents for sending me over to Covenant University, because Covenant University helped me to meet more people, understand life from a different perspective. It helped me to grow a community. You know, a lot of them are watching now, so the streams are always there. You know, so yeah, that's basically it.
That's your joke at Spontaneity, the one that we first played.
Yes.
You know, I'm just trying to imagine that you get to heaven.
Amen.
David and Solomon are going to come for you.
They will come for me. I'll mention more that they did. Okay, David and Solomon. Hey, they are bad boys. They are bad. David, that he left his wife. His wife went to marry another man, and then he now told that man that he wants to start his wife back. He should go and bring him back bring her back for him.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's reconciliation.
No, he ordered that go and bring her back. He said she's married. He said no, otherwise his head will be cut off. David is one of my role models. There's Tolu.
Okay, so this is your industry. We have about 4 minutes to go. This industry, what do you make of it as an industry in which you are a practitioner and you are aspiring to grow?
Our industry is, to me, our industry is at the beginning phase. Yes, we have done a lot in the industry, but there are a lot of young ones now getting into the industry. There's another set called the New School of Comedy, you know, and a lot of us are now understanding what is attainable. We have podcasts, we have movies, we have, you know, comedy writing, there are comedy magazines, we have cartoon comedy. So we have literally just scratched the surface, and many of us now are looking forward to, you know, doing a lot more things like comedy specials. Like I think SLK was here some time ago. So this is a lot of things that are still not done in the comedy industry, and that's what we are actually attaining to do. Alibaba, UK Backers, they have done so much for us. They have laid the foundation for us, and it's just left for us to build on it, because you can't take them away from the equation. They have done so much for us. Spontaneities and everything.
How about the challenge? Okay, go on.
What's the competition like?
It's very competitive. But one thing that will stand you out in this my industry is originality. If you are original, if you have your own jokes, if people can know you with your own jokes, if you are just another type of those people, you won't really last in the industry. But if you're original, you know, one thing that stood me out, like somebody told me, I think it was Basket Mount recently, was like, I like how you use English to tell your jokes. That helps. Just like Damola as well, he uses English to tell his jokes, and there's a whole new kind of people that are cracking jokes like that. So if you can stand out, if you can be different, if you can, you know, carve a niche for yourself, you definitely thrive in the industry.
And the challenges?
The challenges, one of it is we need people that can promote stand-up comedy. Promotion for stand-up comedy has actually gone a little bit low. Hardly those days, when I was growing up, I used to see stand-up Night with 1,000 Laugh and all those stand-up Nigeria on TV like regularly, African Magic and all. But it's not like that before. So we need more people to invest in the stand-up comedy industry and promote it on their platform on social media as well.
Though of course we have some. The Alibabas have their shows.
Yes.
The AY,
Yes.
Forever.
Yes.
From time to time they all come up with these shows, right?
Yes, they have all these shows, but sometimes it's not really easy for a lot of young ones like us to be on those platforms, because we still have people ahead of us, But if they can, invest in young ones like us as well, because we have some, like my comedy club jokes for you. If people can come in and say, okay, how can we put this on platforms for you to stream, for people to be there?
But you can put them on platforms yourself.
On YouTube.
You can put them on YouTube.
We need to sponsor them. And it's not really easy, because stand-up comedy is like an entrepreneur, There is no other place you're getting funds from except you do shows. So if you get people to be like, okay, can you advertise my stuff on your show, on your stuff, then we can have leeway.
Okay. So you've given us a clue, but then what are we to expect from Tolu Afilaka? Is that your stage name, by the way?
Yes, my stage name is Tolu Afilaka. I got that because, over there they have Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy, and I was looking for a stage name when I was quite young. I was thinking, okay, maybe use MC. I said, no, why not just do Tolu Afilaka? And then I stuck since then.
And that's your real name?
That's my real name. My full name is Iyola Afilaka Tolu Alashe Oluwabusayomi.
Don't even.
But if I use that name, I will be here.
You won't sell. No.
So, what are we expecting from
my name will be long name. MC long name. What we're expecting is I have a comedy club, Jokes on You Comedy Club. It's a place where comedians can come out to test their jokes, and build an audience. I'm also working on the
Where
podcast.
is that place?
I don't have a particular place, but I used certain venues.
Okay.
Then we have the event. I'm starting a podcast. It's called That's My Time Podcast. I'm trying to document the history of comedy, like in a library form, in an organized form. So that's why I'm doing the podcast, where we can interview the Alibabas, those guys. And so if younger ones like myself are coming up, they can always listen to it for reference and how the industry. So those are the current projects I'm working on. And I'm also working on building a studio. Very soon it's be out. It's going to be at Festac.
I see that you also do flicks, comedy,
What's that?
skits.
Yeah, I do comedy skits. Yes, I like doing comedy skits. I did Papa Benji as well. That's a series. I did Visa on Arrival as well. That's a series for Bovi and many others. But I'm more of a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
And business has been good?
Yes, business has been going well. I thank God for someone like Damola. Damola is my mentor, and forever. Damola is someone that has given me a lot of platforms. He always just calls me on the phone and told you, I want you to go to this place for me. That's the benefit of having a mentor. You can leverage on that, and then people don't question him because they know him. So
and
they
he
just
staked his integrity.
Exactly, staked his integrity.
We could go on and on because these young people, you can be very intoxicating.
I've done one thing again. I was a manager to a magician. Yes, I felt so bad when I was in university. Before I started doing stand-up comedy, I was a manager to a magician. I felt really bad, and we had to break up.
What happened?
Ask me why. I saw the boy in the carryover class. How can you turn water to wine? Cut
And
orange to see money. And you cannot turn F to A.
I feel like a stand-up comedian,
Yes,
actor, writer, and master of ceremony. Thank you very much.
Civil engineer constructing jokes.
Before.
No, constructing jokes.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming on Sunrise this morning.
Thank you so much, man.
And that rounds up Sunrise for today. We'll see you again next week. My name is Alero Edu. Have yourself a wonderful weekend.
And I'm Ayo Makinde. It rained today, so be careful.
It's still raining.
Still raining. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye for now.